Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to Borderlands 2. So we had a little bit of an issue where the game was pausing from this menu to this point. It could have been I was using too much RAM on my Chrome browser. It could have been just that this game had been left paused for several days. Either one of those is probably not a valid enough reason to complain. Like, usually I try to ignore little problems with PC games unless they are very, very obvious and certain that they're happening because of the PC game and not something else. Most recently, a Windows update itself caused my entire computer to lock up. Oh. So I decided to switch what kind of gun I was gonna switch. That way I could try this assault rifle instead of a handgun. I think this might work a little bit better. We're doing the Slaughter Dome section. The Chrome browser, by the way, for my use of it, does have this tendency to use up to 50% of my entire 16 gigs of RAM if I let it, and that's in the system where I am also using a plugin to use less RAM. That's of course because I have way too many Chrome browser tabs open, and maybe I should move to a different browser at some point. You know, for as much frustration as it gives me, maybe I should move back to... I was using Opera for the longest of times. Like, these level 25 characters are a problem because they definitely are doing enough damage to cause me some trouble. I went back to singularity grenades, so of course that's still not doing anything. And now I am dead again. And the reload on these guns is ridiculously low.
Second wind, metaphorically speaking, overrated.
Yeah, that is just a problem. If I can get away with killing these guys with the attack, that'd be great, but that doesn't work. We've got people running around everywhere. I'm looking right now for health packs. See, I just want to be done with this 5th round, so if this doesn't work, I'm gonna leave and just move the story forward. I really think that I could probably get away with saving this till after the entirety of the main story is done. I really don't feel like there's too many, if any, quests in Borderlands 2 that you can actually miss and not do. Let's see. singularity is not doing anything. So I have a feeling that these guys were their phrasing and what they're saying, all the cussing, is where Scary Terry in Rick and Morty came from as a concept, where it was a Freddy Krueger rip-off character that would just say the B word over and over again. I have to assume that Rick and Morty stole it from this game, though, because this came out way earlier than that. This gun feels like it's just lobbing explosive packs of bullets at people. These lab rats are too slow. I guess there's a limit, definitely, of just like, well, you can't make certain enemies too slow or the game gets boring. You can't make them too fast, or for at least some play styles you're gonna run into too much bad luck where the enemies just overwhelm the character. Like, I feel like I chose possibly poorly by playing the assassin, because he does seem like he is kind of a glass cannon, not a character that's guaranteed to be easy to play as alone. Got some health. There you go. Let's see. Wasn't expecting a level up, but I guess I haven't been paying attention to health or experience, so let's come over here and see what we could get. While moving, increase your melee damage and gun damage. Sure. Yeah, that makes sense. So all that really means is when you're targeting someone, like, make sure you're moving to get a 3% bonus, which sure is easy enough to do. Seems like there's at least it would seem like it would be easy to do. And this character. Yeah, it also feels like when you get down to it, these characters, these enemies, AI is not programmed quite how I'd like it to be programmed. Some of them seem to want to back up for no reason and keep their distance. And I guess if I don't want to move forward when shooting these guys, I can just move slowly backwards. See, when these get close enough, they will do their eyeball attack on you. Right. And if you look in the center, it seems like there's really no, like, specific speed you have to process and move at. It seems like you're perfectly fine to just ever so slightly on a controller nudge your way forward, nudge your way back. Like, and you'll still get that 3% bonus. So the numbers of times that I'm actively, like, completely standing still is actually pretty low.
You're gonna be screaming!
And then now is a good time to let my bullets refill. We've got 2 health here on the floor, and got somebody over here that I guess he's under where this is, so I'm gonna have to make a special effort to come down this way. See, that was like a great example of just a character not really wanting to move where I'd like him to move. I should be using the assault rifle though, because it is proving to be something I haven't been working on. Alright, let's take some health. And then the question becomes, do I have enough health? Let's just do that. Take this health, get myself up. We got a shotgun midget. Having trouble hitting him. So he's still got 2 health. Now 1 health. There's another health. Right. So that's not too bad. We're on wave 3. And let's see. We have to find something to take on the buzzards, or just wait till they leave. There we go. See, I'm not sure the buzzards are actually going to leave this time. and I'm not getting close enough to these airborne marauders for my rocket launcher to kill them. So this gun has stopped being useful. We've just got a whole collection of enemies that are standing the ground.
How hilarious. You just set off my trap card. Your death approaches.
So we'll move over this direction. And come on, die already. Long shot. So it seems like still don't have any grenades left. There's a midget behind. We'll see what he wants to do. Where's my acid flinger? There it is.
I'm gonna love watching you bleed out.
There we go. Of course, I'm not even trying for critical hits anymore. Like, that has long since been given up on. Come on, reload. I think somebody just threw a grenade. Apparently it wasn't a very big grenade. Out of bullets again. We're still at wave 3. This is taking forever. Somebody's grenade points are too slow. Now out of gun again. I'm running out of bullets. It's like this 5th wave is specifically designed to make you run out of bullets. Almost got hit by that guy, which that would probably, like, just take the health, take the bullets, take everything we can take. Now we're at round 4. I think the way this works means that we're at the end. I think.
And I disappear, a ghost amidst the combat, preparing to strike.
So we've got now what? This guy is dead, so there's one guy over here, and I doubt that's all I'm gonna have to deal with, but there's one guy here, just a couple psychos. And this guy. I'm not in a good position. Just really out of really out of bullets.
Time to go to work.
This is, I think, the only gun I've got that I don't even know where these guys are. They're all over the place. Let's see.
Your eyes deceive you. An illusion fools you all. I move for the kill.
And I can't take that guy out. I am dead unless I get really close. I've just lost. On, see, that's like 24 minutes. It's just not worth it to do these. Not alone. I don't think I've ever actually heard it say you suck.
Eager for revenge against whomever forced you into this unfortunate state? Why not upgrade your arsenal with some Hyperion firearms?
Welcome, customer. Pleasure doing business. Nothing
Alright, so
may keep you safe in your travels.
what I think I want to do. Let's see, how's that gun compared to what I have equipped right now? Do a lot more damage, it'd just be really slower with a smaller blast radius.
Farewell, friend.
Alright, menu hero time. No, no, no. No, no. 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 Take the skin, of course. Sell the rest of this.
Murder, take Marcus munitions.
So yeah, this is just not worth it. It really isn't. I'm also thinking, even though this is level 19 and it would be trivial, going back to the Hyperion exploitation range right now doesn't seem like it's terrible either. Let's look at the list we have of all the completed quests. Like, there's nothing here that says completed with an X or completed or not completed with an X. The only thing we have are X's are this and this. So yeah, let's just move the story forward. I really don't have any interest in continuing doing that. I've spent what feels like an hour at least alone. When we get up to level 30, it'll make a lot more sense. So the next thing we need to do is we need to decide, do we want to give the alcohol to Mordecai or do we want to give the alcohol to we stole some booze in the previous level, so do we want to give it to Mordecai or do we want to give it to Mad Moxie? And honestly, as much as I like Mad Moxie, and like, she of course needs to play some role in the same way that I think like Tannis and some of the other characters probably should play some role in the Borderlands 3. I'm not gonna
Happy
be.
to say I need not rely on you for help at the moment.
I'm not gonna just give it to her because she's a pretty face. And I think after having his pet hawk's head blown off, if there was ever a time where it was slightly socially acceptable to get drunk, now would be the time. Also, Mad Moxie was going to give me a revolver gun, so
Brick.
no interest in
Never
that.
thought I'd be back here. Last time we talked, you didn't sound too eager to see me again.
Times changed. We need all the help we can get.
Even from a bloodthirsty psychopath?
Who called you that? Jack?
No. You did. 3 years ago.
Oh. Sorry. It's good to have you back, Brick.
Good to be back.
And kiss each other.
Seriously.
Alright. So, talk to
I'm
him.
a better shot when I'm drunk anyway.
Yep. We turn that in, we get a sniper rifle we're not even going to use. Roland,
Hey, Slab.
as a character, to be honest, does not really mix well with Siren, Firehawk Girl, which they kind of did something with her character at the beginning of this game to try to make her be really important. I think more than they probably did for Mordecai or Brick, who's barely playing any part so far. But yeah, Roland just doesn't kind of fit at all. The soldier style doesn't fit. Of course, this is all just Dungeons and Dragons. You would have your mage, which would be a sniper rifle. You've got your tank, which is Brick, obviously. You've got your average human, which would be a soldier or a paladin class. I guess maybe Sirens would be the mage, and then he would be the archer. Yeah, he'd be the archer class. So let's move the story forward. With Slab Bandit Clan on your side, you destroying the Hyperion bunker that defends the central core Angel should be relatively easy. Emphasis on should. So, control core Angel. So, we're going to blow up the AI, I guess, of Angel. Let's see. Do I want a shield that I wouldn't use and would cost less?
I never thanked you for coming to Sanctuary. Don't tell Lilith, but I needed the help.
So yeah, I'm gonna take the
To be
rocket
honest,
launcher.
I got no idea how to get past a door that'll only open for Jack.
Sorry to interrupt, but we've little time. Get to the City of Opportunity. To breach the final door to my chambers, you'll need to be Jack. That means passing a bioscan and speaking a password in his voice. If you can kill one of Jack's body doubles in Opportunity, I can get you through that door.
As much as I hate telling you to listen to her, Angel's the best lead we got. You already know not to trust her, but be careful.
Alright, and so that moved us into chapter 13, and chapter 12 just happened, and we didn't do anything as far as we didn't lose any quests.
Want to break some stuff?
So now we have a propaganda quest.
Jack's broadcasting a 24-hour stream of propaganda to every family in the 6 galaxies, telling them to immigrate to that big-ass city he's building. You're gonna show them what a bad idea that really is. Go borrow Moxie's camcorder.
So 6 galaxies is an interesting storyline element because now we know that there's theoretically only supposed to be 6 galaxies that are in communication with each other in this universe, which is certainly big enough to let's see, let's compare this to our rocket launcher. In every way my rocket launcher is better. Yeah, just the purple, those purple elements cannot be beaten. So the original idea, I'm not sure if they're sticking with it at all, because they haven't talked about Borderlands 3 development at all for years. But the original idea was for it to become Border Worlds, and go into different planets. I suspect Borderlands 3 probably would only have like 3 levels, 3 different planets at most. But 6 galaxies, in each galaxy thousands of solar systems, in each solar system dozens of potentially habitable worlds. At the level of technology we see, that you could continue making games like this forever.
I'm gonna stay here in Sanctuary for the long haul, but my slabs still need some stuff done back in Thousand Cuts. So go meet with Rocco. He's a total tool, but at least he won't try to kill you.
Alright. So that's a couple of side quests. And we've got some more side quests also. So the game is opening up to let us be back to the point where we can do some side quests, which is cool. We haven't done gambling because we're holding on to the money for a while, and then I think I'll have to do probably a massive bout of just slot machine gambling off screen once I get that quest done. Here we have somebody who's dead. An old echo recorder. Mission to Bone.
The Bane.
The Bane.
Marcus.
Let's ask Marcus about the Bane. I suppose we will do that. And then let's talk to her, Man Moxie.
You want my camera, huh? You can borrow it on one condition. Anything you shoot better involve naked flesh or explosions. Bonus points for both.
So, we'll pick up this camera. That's the main story.
Take that camera to Opportunity. And make sure you don't look at Moxie's footage.
But she also has a side question.
Jack destroyed my Underdome after I dumped him, and now he wants to build his own arena just to rub it in my face. We're not gonna let that happen, sugar. Get out to Opportunity and kill the construction foreman who's running the project.
So an easy enough side quest there. Kind of nice that the Underdome is destroyed, in all honesty. Like, that was by far the worst. Like, the worst of the worst DLC expansions. It was, I believe, the first DLC for Borderlands 1, and it continues around their idea of trying to give you just an infinite amount of stuff to do, beyond what is realistic or of any smart amount. Like, you kind of have to wonder, are the developers at Gearbox potentially still playing Borderlands 2 to this day, and that's why they're not highly motivated to make Borderlands 3? You'd think Electronic Arts, the publisher, would have something to say about that, but I don't know. EA's got its own problems. Let's see. There's a Lost Echo, uncover the history of Pandora.
Lanceman, attention.
I think we probably already heard this one.
I only have one question to ask of all of you. One question. Just a few years ago, we were enemies, but that time is past. As glad as I am to see you all in Sanctuary, I know you wouldn't have come if you had any other option. I know how bad things are out there. I know how Jack's army has swept across this planet like a sandstorm, ripping apart everything in its way. When I joined the Crimson Lance years ago, they told me I'd be fighting to protect those who couldn't protect themselves. But you all know as well as I do, that was a lie.
Pretty sure we've heard that one.
Against Hyperion, it isn't. If we don't band together, if we
and I'm pretty sure I've done the entire challenge to hear all of these. This is just a challenge.
I only have one question to ask. Are you with me?
Let's see, we can buy a skin from him. I didn't know he sold skins. If I could find a decent gun, I would actually buy it from him. I wonder if maybe some of the other people have skins, like maybe Mad Moxie has a skin, but...
I knew I hadn't heard the last of that gun. I bought it off a guy a few months ago. Great gun, but it's cursed. I sold it to a bandit named Horus.
So we gotta go find Horus in the dust. Like, who else would even have the potential as far as being a store besides Mad Moxie? Let's see. No, she's not even a... She's not even a storefront. Yeah, so Zed would be the only one. Still no bulletin board quests. It would have been really easy. In fact, I'm surprised that they didn't add it as a patch or add a mod to it for the bulletin boards to simply have something that said go see Mad Moxie, or go see Marcus, or go see this person or that person, without it saying anything else. At least then the bulletin boards would make sense. Yeah, Zed still, yeah, he doesn't have any kind of skin that you can buy. But give me 5. And see, now I can just leave him hanging. He's just gonna stay there forever. So if you ever want to high five him again, let's see where's Claptrap going now. He moves a little faster than I do.
Nobody likes you and you're a crappy dancer? Alright, that would hurt a little.
So is this Claptrap going somewhere, or... Because generally he doesn't wander around. Or for the most part he doesn't seem like he wanders around.
No new missions. Sorry. Claptrap beatbox time. Check it.
I'm not sure it's worth it to follow him around. And this hasn't been updated.
And now for the latest edition of This Just
I don't
In,
think.
Hunter Hellquest. Security forces successfully repelled yet another attack from the
this is
Slab
new.
Bandit clan today. The Slabs, headed by the bandit leader known as Brick, were founded several months after the liberation in New Haven. The group's stated goal remains the same. Assassinate Handsome Jack, burn every Pandoran settlement to the ground, and plunge the entire planet into utter chaos. Following today's attacks, the bounty offered on the bandit Brick has increased substantially. See your local Hyperion bounty board
Or be
for
tied to a
details.
pole and tortured with hot pokers by one because somebody reprogrammed its friend or foe priorities.
More like crap trap.
Well, to each his own.
Yeah, I think this guy's just gonna go in circles. I don't think there's an achievement or anything around this. Yep, and he just goes back to where he was.
So lonely.
And then shuts down. Still getting stuck on the ground every now and then. What did I have in here? I have no guns. Like, if I was to try to send any guns over to another character, that really wouldn't do anything for me anyways, because all my guns would be too high level. Let's see. Alright. That was enough goofing around. We have the main story, definitely all an opportunity. We can go back to the dust, or, which this is a level 26. We can go talk to Rocco at 1000 Cuts, which is a level 20. Or we can go do the Hyperion Exploration Preserve, which I feel like I kind of need to do. Like, it's not gonna get any easier. I mean, any more difficult at level 19. I'm level 26.
Hyperion Preserve are still alive. You're gonna fix that. When I was doing recon out there, I heard them experimenting on 3 badass creatures. Get out there and free them. I want to see a bloodbath of what they did to my bird.
So, yeah. There is also some weirdness, I suppose, with just if you don't do these optional stories around the time or in the same chapter or close to the same chapter as what you the main storyline, you're going to have some.
The creatures ought to help you tear up the engineers. Make it bloody.
So we're gonna go free 3 creatures. It sounds like. Free stalkers, free skags, free badass stalkers. Looks like that jump might have been a little bit doable. But for the most part, this is just running through an area because they gave you a side quest. And by running through it, I do mean running through it. I don't even want to deal with these guys. I want to make this a short and sweet experience. Alright, so how are we going to free these guys? Guess we're gonna do that.
Oh, good! They're running away!
And so the question here is, like, how many stalkers am I keeping alive right now? Have I lost any of them? And these guys are being called stalker handlers. It doesn't seem like these stalkers want to attack me at all. So that was 3. So I think I probably can do this and keep 12 or 7 creatures alive. I was kind of hoping that there'd be another side quest that unlocked when we were in this area. Doesn't seem like that's going to be the case. Also, this was the area where we got some backstory on Maya, the new Siren character. I feel like probably throughout the game hidden there are some recordings and of all the new characters, and I may have even found some of them and simply not remembered that I had. I don't feel like the doors opened up particularly well in this section either, so I think I probably will have to run through the entirety of this very roundabout map. This is definitely an excuse to let players grind and recover their like increase their challenges as far as killing stalkers and other characters, other animal characters, because they totally have not used. And see, we're at the natural selection annex, so why not try this again? Like,
for helping bring Pandora into the future. Almost dead. I can fix that. That'll buy you a couple of seconds if nothing else. For medicine. And you be careful. Seriously? Why are you having these for capitalism? It's freaking hilarious. They know we're gonna mutate the hell out of them. Why lie? Remember, we're all.
So yeah, I guess we'll give it a shot and do the creature. Like, I think actually I could probably kill all the creatures in this level. Like, I really think I could, because even if they give me super high bullymongs, which we haven't seen a bullymong in quite a long time, or super strong alpha skags or spider ants, it's really just gonna have to get, they would have to get really, really lucky to kill me. I guess if I run low on bullets, maybe that will be an issue. And see, these are Varkids. We haven't even seen Varkids in a while. Like, I can just do this, and they're such weaklings. And yeah, I'm not gonna care about killing them with critical hits or anything like that. That's not worth the effort. Let's go over here and hit this. Ooh, don't let them mutate. That's the one thing. I forgot about that part. Like, let's not let a Varkid mutate and we'll be fine otherwise. Oh man. This is just gonna take forever. That's the only problem we're gonna run into, is a collection of really slow characters. And slow fights. It seems like I probably need to take a knee, get some health.
Keep that shit up! You're halfway through it!
I thought there might be a thing. This actually may be too difficult. So I probably, yeah, if I die once, I'm gonna give up on this. If it gets down to the point where I'm gonna die, yeah, like, yeah. Well, I guess I'm kind of happy that happened quickly. Maybe it would have been nice if we had gotten one of those done. Like, one round done before we...
recommends channeling your post-death frustration into pre-death vengeful anger.
Again, even though we're really close to this, I think maybe I would need 3 or 4 people. That certainly was the case with Mad Moxie's Underdome. It's just... You're not very likely to survive the later rounds by playing alone. And that's not a great experience. You don't want to have it have a distinct separation between people playing with groups of 4 and people that are playing alone. And I want to come over here and just see if, like, this gun compared to this gun, its damage is not as high, but I think I kind of want to try it. So I'm gonna replace the shotgun, and then this sniper rifle has a higher fire rate. It has just less bullets and a lesser reload speed, but it does almost 100 more damage. No, I'm not gonna take that, but I was definitely sort of tempted. And then I don't want to use MIRVs at all. The shield would increase the max health, which is slightly an interesting idea. Already refilled all of those. This gun looks very much like a just real-world gun, whereas most guns in Borderlands are somewhat designed to not look realistic. Alright. Let's see, where did... Oh, I need to set the other quest back. Yeah. Free that.
Creatures released. Security forces dispatched.
So we've got some alpha skags that... And Willie the Skag and all these other Skags are my friends, with, as depicted by the green bar. I think this gun is pretty good. And look, I freed 3 of the skags, so unless it becomes a case of the last, the badass stalker being the only stalker, it being a one-off character, I think I'm gonna get the optional quest done. It's an interesting idea in Borderlands to have people to have creatures that are your friends. We did a somewhat similar experience before. This is gonna be a case where I'm gonna have to kill enough of these. Before they decide to open the door. This is an odd area because it's basically the only area where this ever happens. Where you absolutely have to slow down and kill enemies. I may have to actually just clear off the entire area because I don't think that door is going to open yet. This isn't the fastest repeater ever, but it's something definitely more in the line of a style of repeater I haven't been playing with. Here's a badass stalker we have to kill before we go and save one. You have to assume that Mordecai's flying creature, by the way, is some non-native character to Pandora, because we certainly don't see any other kind of animal that is similar to that. There we go. And these guys are just going to continue to attack me. So, I don't know if it's particularly worth it to fight them. Spring Stalker. I mean, theoretically, it is worth it to always fight everything. Let's see. Would there be any reason to come back into this area ever? Bloodwings enclosure. Nope. Yeah, so no secret or Easter egg for that. I've just got a whole collection of these animals running around. I can just ignore them. We did find one of Mordecai's like gun hiding places, and we never found any more of those on this map, so there is a challenge, I suppose, open towards that, where we could try and find the rest of Mordecai's hidden caches. I wouldn't be surprised if we haven't found all of the Cult of the Vault elements. But really, I just kind of want to rush through all of this and move the story along. These guys are not stronger, or not really particularly stronger than what they were the first time I fought them in this area. Maybe if I came back much later, there would be some change there. Let's see. So we've got a whole... Let's see, I'm not even sure. Do I have to fight some skags around in this area before they decide to open the door, or what happens? And see, certainly all kinds of quests are getting completed. But killing these guys is really only giving me one experience. There we go.
While waiting to be
Kind of just had to run around
consider the majesty
for a little bit.
surrounding you. Do not consider the fact that, barring any major accidents in the next few minutes, they will likely outlive you.
And see, this one won't.
Attention, open quotes, volunteers, close
That one won't open because that was a storyline optional quest.
close quotes. The gift is, open quotes, freedom, close quotes.
So, are we good with the gun we have? I think we are. And that's gonna free a better stalker
Creatures released.
right
Security
here.
forces dispatched.
And they seem like they're just gonna come haul out of this area. So it's questionable why any of these guys would be able to kill that guy. Like, he's obviously going to be super strong, stronger than the others. And it didn't really feel like friendly fire was on, so yeah, I don't know. So now here's the question, how do you get out of here? We've done that quest. We now, I think, have to run all the way through here. Which, and then we'll just run through here. And then run through here. And then you're here. And we've got Son of Mothrak. Which, okay. So Mothrak was the giant rack in the first game we had to kill. And now we've got Son of Mothrak. And as it's trying to kill me, it took a bunch of bullets. At least there was something to do. But that didn't even seem like that accomplished a challenge. Because if it did accomplish a challenge, wouldn't I have gotten some badass tokens or rank? Seems like all I got was one lousy gun. Another gun, I suppose. Sure, I can pick up some guns. But the best guns I can even get are only blue guns, which are not as good as the purples I'm getting with golden keys. And certainly it's not putting me towards the golds that I would actually like to have. This gives me an excuse to come over here and come down to this point. Thinking maybe that it was a pulsar bolt. Yeah, I'm not seeing a Cult of the Vault or anything like that. So then you jump down here. And we're just out of this whole area. And see, that's kind of the exact thing we don't want to have happen. This is just going to be a turn-in mission, which we can turn in at any point. So let's go do the dust quest instead. Oops. Knocked my microphone. Again, I can throw a grenade and see if maybe I can kill a collection of skags, stalkers, whatever they are. And you're not even really trying to kill them because of any desire to get experience from it. You're just doing it to potentially work on some thing, some challenge.
Feeling overburdened by money? Thanks for the scratch.
I'm just gonna quickly buy a bunch of things, and then I guess we have to play menu hero. Let's see. Would that gun be better than this gun? Nope, not by any measure. I still really hate how when you highlight a lot of these guns, it's just based on whatever gun you have equipped that you're seeing the comparison made to, when it really clearly it should be a comparison to the gun that you've either favorited or the gun that you have equipped that's in the same class, and it really isn't. Man, that's twice now. I've hit my microphone pop filter. Apologies. No, that makes a really loud sound.
Marcus munitions. Farewell, friend.
Alright, let's go to the dust now. It's an interesting looking gun that was loading on the loading screen. Looks like the Bane quest is over here. So we're gonna have a slight reason to come back into this back area again, which I believe there really was only 2 quests at most that gave us reason to come back here. An entire section of the map underused. A lot of the levels and sections of the map are very underused in this game, and you clearly they could have cut and pasted those in together to make one larger open world area, and potentially also had more players run through those areas more often.
Took the Bane. It worked like a charm against the spider ants, but the curse. If you're hearing this, find McNally. They've left me for dead, but he doesn't deserve what the Bane will do to him. Nobody does.
So now we need to go find McNally, because everybody that touches this Bane gun seems to be brutally murdered. You know, I haven't fought a lot of spider ants, so it wouldn't be too big of an issue to try and grenade some of these and like, where am I going? As far it's way over here. These spider ants also seem to be giving me quite a bit of a experience. I don't know if that's because they're level 25 spider ants, or if it's simply a matter of yeah, that one is not taking any damage. See, apparently we can do some grave robbing, but we can't break these gravestones. It's a little interesting though that we were allowed to break gravestones in 1,000 cuts. That's also, I think, a good example of let's see. This is the kind of vehicle I'd like, by the way. Apparently I didn't still get it, but whatever. Let me ask this question. Yeah, it's not in this section, so I don't have to jump back into that area. A little disappointing that a gate didn't unlock at some point to allow you into that section easier. Overshot my boost. There's McNally. So here's what the Bane is going to do to McNally. It's going to have me kill him.
Gotta get rid of it. Gar's coming from Lynchwood to buy it. That idiot's got no idea. He never believed the stories about the curse. Boy, oh boy, is he in for a surprise.
So this is very similar. It's been a while since we've opened one of those. Very similar experience to a previous mission we had.
There's very valuable armaments over here. Stay away unless you want to get blasted.
Way in this section you just ran around. See, this just kind of ends too. The map just ends where it is. Now we are going to hopefully be able to find a way to drive out of this section. Yeah, apparently you could always have driven in that section. I don't think I've ever been there either. And Gar's Echo is... It's way over here. By the way, also, we've never done anything in Lynchwood. Which is odd. Maybe we should just take a moment and go to Lynchwood and run around the place. This is Steve. Because I don't feel like DLC would have connecting transportations to them. Well, on the other hand, maybe we should just leave it alone. That was Zafford Grunt. We have a invisible character. That's so these are the guys that we killed, the Zaffords previously, so I don't know if they're respawning here now forever, making this area a little bit more violent and deadly, or if that was just a slight glitch. Oh, so we are going to Lynchwood. That's rather convenient.
Warning, this is...
Interesting. So, yeah, I will take that as a gift horse and go to Lynchwood, and I think we're just gonna run around the entire area, even if the game doesn't particularly say that needs to happen. Because we are approaching a point where it feels like we're at the end of the game, and I don't want to miss an entire section of the map. But I am very willing to miss some of the DLC at this point. Yeah, I've just played too much Borderlands. Having recently played Borderlands 1 and Borderlands, and now playing Borderlands 2. I need to take a break of a few months, and it seems like there's no risk right now, at least, that Borderlands 3 is going to get announced and come out even in 2019. I'm recording this in late September of...
The sheriff is offering $500 for every slab scalp. Slab King's none too happy about what she did to him, so keep your eyes open.
Hey, if there was going to be I'm gonna get run over. Like, if there was going to be an announcement, it would have to be 2019 at earliest, and probably in the winter holiday of 2019. So, and I suspect it's not even guaranteed that that will happen. There does come a question. There comes a time to question. Was what I meant to say there. Whether or not we've just hit the Half-Life 3 level. Let's see. We may be getting close to that point. Because I thought, can I jump up and hit that ladder and climb up? No. Well, that would have been cool. Alright. And we do have a quest here. All of a sudden. Trains made to be destroyed. Brick wants you to rob a bank. What else do you need to know?
Every day, the sheriff of Lynchwood sends whatever iridium she's yanked from the mines back to Jack. That stops today. You're gonna blow up the train that she uses to transport the stuff. Get to the demolition depository.
Let's see. Lobbed corrosive grenade. Would do a lot more damage. Have a bigger blast radius. Yeah, I think at that point I want to equip that.
Good luck.
And also we have this story. If I select this one, will that do the audio? Right. Equip that.
There are 3 things I want to do. 1, fight the sheriff. 2, blow stuff up. And 3, get paid. So blowing apart the sheriff's bank is basically the dream job. Head to the bank and case the joint.
So Brick in particular seems to have some problems with the Lynchwood sheriff, which I suppose he is the character you would throw in here. So we have a quest there, we have a quest there, and we have a quest there. So clearly the breaking the bank is the closest quest. We should do that one first. And this isn't a cult of the vault. It's just a spray paint of the vault symbol, which is annoyingly inconsistent. So we did come into this area once before. Well, I thought I had.
Not to cut down anyone hanging from my gallows. There is a warning to the residents. The next time you see them, gasp for air.
So we've got a bruiser. And these are level 25 bruisers. So they are proving to be.
You're near the vault. See if you can open it.
Let's see. Looks like you would be able to just jump.
I'll find you sooner or later.
Like this is more of a challenge than what I've been experiencing up until this point. It feels like the game has finally started to give me a challenge. Look at that, just how much hacking and slashing I had to do. Alright, here we go.
Damn, I knew it wouldn't be that easy. Looks like the wall's made of polycrite, which only dissolves when exposed to skag bomb. I got an idea. We need a bomb covered in skag bomb. Now this ain't gonna make a lot of sense, but just bear with me. First, find some laxative.
Okay. So we're gonna break into a bank. And it wants me to find some laxative, which seem to be on top of this building. And I'm not 100% sure how I'm supposed to get on top of that building. I feel like this area in particular is just gonna constantly have marauders come out of it. We've seen somewhat similar areas before. There you go. In the toilet.
Now that you got the laxative, it's time to
Didn't
find
read
some
that
explosives.
what the description was on that one.
That may be my favorite sentence I've ever said. Anyway, there should be a bandit around there named Mad Dog. Some bitch loved to toss dynamite at my slabs when they came into town. Take him out and get his boots.
Like this whole area is just kind of a let's get some experience killing marauders. Kind of like how the natural preserve was a let's give an area where you can fight just animals. Feels like probably a lot of these areas were some of the very first things they designed and decided to have in the game. So they want me to go that direction, where I could also go this direction, or I could go that direction. So I think I probably want to do the Bane, but then also I probably want to go and do start this quest. Let's go talk to this quest giver.
Deputy Winger reminding you that you could always run. The sheriff won't follow you out of Lynchwood, and I certainly won't. Please, just leave. Save yourself. Take him out.
So I believe there's a challenge to try and get some people run over by the train. Let's see. Where's this quest giver? He's must be down this way. There it is. All skags are dangerous.
Oh, that skag looks sad as hell, all chained up like that. Maybe you can blast that chain and let him loose. Apologies in advance for each face-off.
There you go.
Oh, that little feller looks wounded. His mom must abandon him or some such. I'd usually recommend busting a cap in his cooch mouth, but he seems nice enough. You can get him some medicine so he stops making that sad-ass noise, though.
So, yeah, it looks like the medicine isn't too far away. This is called the Doctor.
I'll mash you into pain.
Man. I may have to decide to use like 5 more golden keys just to maintain the fast gameplay experience that I've been enjoying up until this point. Like, this is actually surprisingly getting very deadly and difficult. Like this is, it's starting to get questionable just how many of these marauders and people can I deal with. Let's see. I need to get on the top of this. I'm just trying to get. Let's see. Had to pick my targets carefully. Oh my goodness, it's been 32 minutes too since we've been over. Oh, apologies for that too. I guess I just got into the game too much.
Would like to take this
or maybe I just have been wasting a lot of time. Yeah, at level 26, I kind of need better weapons, it feels like. Lynchwood, and it seems like the most of the game has rebalanced. Whereas our quests are at level 26. Yeah, too. It seems like these later quests are rebalancing based on what we have, and these now level 24, level 23 guns, even at purple rank, seem like they are too low. And if I go spend 10 golden keys, I question whether I'll have enough at the end, but I think that's the right move to do. Wow. I'm really surprised it's been 30 minutes over. That's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want a friend or follow me on any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below in the description box. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.